But then, I mean, you could easily throw like a dart.
Could you name any like not for profit organization that is good? That is doing very, very good. Like not good in general, that is doing very good. Like in their logistics and just overall as a company.
Okay, well, logistics, I would say is Goodwill? No, I don't. I think Goodwill's for profit.
I guess the Catholic Church?
Catholic Church is 100% for profit. They are definitely for profit.
Oh, but like, where does that profit go to?
Definitely not the United States. I think it's...
Well, no, it's not. How can it be for profit?
Let's see.
The money just doesn't go to Pope Francis. Like, he doesn't... he doesn't get to build a bigger mansion because of it.
Even though it might be... I mean,
technically... What do you mean? There's no way. I don't think it is for profit. I think no one owns... So, like, Catholic schools aren't for profit.
No one owns the Vatican, so it's kind of like...
There's no way.
Vatican State, maybe? Vatican State is the richest state.
I mean, every nonprofit is trying to make as much money as they can, right? To put that money back in the company.
Right.
But... Like, again, Pope Francis isn't going on a yacht trip with more money if he gets more people to join the Catholic Church.
So, this is hilarious. You can't even ask this question because legally speaking, there is no such thing as the Catholic Church. And that's where it all disseminates from there.
What do you mean?
There is no such thing as a Catholic Church.
Is it the Vatican?
There's no such thing. It says...
What did you type in?
In the United States, at least, churches in general are exempted from their finance reporting and disclosure requirements that otherwise apply to nonprofit groups. However, legally speaking, there is no such thing as the Catholic Church. And I have to think that's because the Catholic Church is not based in the United States. I would say Vatican
has their own tax code.
Jesus. And this is why you see a lot of pastors with private jets and wearing Yeezys.
Well, you definitely got your branch. You've definitely got some for-profits out there, I think. But
I wouldn't exactly. There's no way that these. I don't think so. Because why would you make it for profit if it's a religious organization and you don't have to? Yeah. You don't have to talk about your money. Like, right. The reason why they have this much money is because they don't have to pay taxes. But they're pocketing that money because they don't have to tell anybody what they're doing with it.
It says right here, churches in general are exempted from the finance reporting. And I know that's a reason why Scientology, it was a big win for them when they were considered a church. It was a big 100%. Win. A church is its own, like... tax term right there.
Tax loophole.
Just like if I called my house a church, that's already, anything in this house not taxed.
But still, like I don't understand how you even said that the church, the Catholic Church is for profit. Like, why would you say that when you just said it?
Yeah. So I
like
think
what is your idea on it being for profit? Obviously, it's nowhere it says that it is. And it isn't in paper, right? But why would you think it is?
I would think the Catholic Church is for profit.
Now, what would you say parishes in general are for profit?
Well, the parishes aren't even entities, I don't think. They're all just connected to the Vatican. If we're talking about Catholic churches.
Yeah, Catholic churches.
I don't think, sure, everything in...
I'm pretty sure Catholic churches have the most real estate, like, in the world.
Probably.
Banker's best guess is about the Vatican as well. Put it at 10 billion to 15 billion.
Right, dude. I think the Catholic Church, and, like, think about how much land they have.
There's no way. Like, if it's worth that much, there's no way it's not for profit. There's no way. Because if it was...
But think about it. It's the land that is it's what is for profit. And we don't use that land for...
It all goes back to, making churches, paying priest salaries, and paying...
Well, yeah, right?
I mean, like, the Vatican pockets it, but then it's like...
That doesn't mean it's for profit. What if, like... So I wonder how much money a Catholic Church has to give to the Vatican. And like, if it's a percent or if there's a cap on it.
Wait, what?
I'd be interested to hear that.
Isn't the Vatican nation part of, like, it's like...
And then it's like, you have to give money to the dioceses, right? Like, I'm assuming each parish does that, which is kind of weird too, because we also are pushed to pay the diocese every single year. When you remember, you get that video. It's like the diocese like does so much stuff.
The Vatican invests the money. The Vatican has big investments in banking, insurance,
it goes back to
steel, construction, and real estate.
The hedge fund, freaking Pope Francis is giving money to Mike short sale guy to bet it.
The Vatican is
a hedge
fund
for profit, 100%.
But then again, it's like, okay, they make say Pope Francis gives a bunch of money to Wall Street to bet it on. Okay, they make $1 million on it. Where is that money going to? Again, Pope Francis isn't taking
more investments to make more money,
right? But
I think the Vatican will only get wealthier because I think they have a mindset of they have to be prepared for like the future. So that
do you think they have a big savings account? Do you think they have like 100 million?
I think
safe, probably very low investment.
Probably in other investment type stuff.
This other source is saying religion is only 20% of the Vatican's operations.
Really? What's the other?
I don't know.
It says in 2018, this is Investopedia said in 2018 the Vatican Bank said it was making advances in reducing money laundering and increased financial transparency. The bank reported a profit of 19.8 million in 2018, down from 36 million profit in 2017. So they kind of just cut it in half from 2017 to 2018. But I mean, like, how much is that true? Who monitors their? They don't have regulatory bodies that monitor their financials. So,
they do, right? The Catholic Church has accountants that monitor.
They do have, but who do they work for?
The Catholic Church.
So, Stephen, it sounds like we're at a point where you definitely agree that the Catholic Church is making money, but it's like, whose money is it?
Yeah, right. So again, it's not like Jeff Bezos. You can't answer that. Like, if it's like Elon Musk, it's Jesus' money. Yeah, but
Jesus it's like, is in the stock market with the rest of us.
He's blessing our stocks, our options trading.
Whatever Jesus invests in, I'm investing.
It's like when Tesla invests money in Bitcoin, Elon Musk is making some of that money and he's able to buy a bigger house, right? But who's buying the bigger house when the Catholic Church is investing that money,
I think that's
and they profit.
I think if someone found out that they were banking banking in their personal account, it would be kind of like the person that was in charge of Black Lives Matter, where she just went and bought like
$200,000 shit.
Yeah, $15 million in houses or whatever.
Yeah.
And she got fired and all of that other stuff happened.
So like kind of my idea is to me, I would assume that they put that money back into the church, right? If it is buying
I think
golden
well, Stephen, what do you mean by back into the church?
I think so, like repairs and maintenance type stuff.
Repairs, maintenance, and improvements, right? Like the church definitely has some shiny stuff, right? Like,
well, I think the churches themselves are only a really small part of the Vatican or of the Catholic Church. I think like
okay, I'm confused. And then like again, hold on. I am confused at when you talk about I thought the Vatican was the Catholic Church.
The Vatican is the. I would almost vision it as the Vatican is the capital of the Catholic Church. It is not the Catholic Church.
It's not. Okay.
I do not think so. But we need Schmidt in here for this.
That'd be kind of cool.
They
gotta tell Schmidt to listen to this part of the conversation, the podcast.
I might break it up.
Let's do what we got on freestyle the podcast.
The craziest thing is like if you were to ask these questions in religion class,
you get in trouble.
You'd probably almost get shamed as if, why do you care about this part?
How dare you?
How about you spend your time looking at the message, the content, who they're helping. Why would you ever question this part?
Which I do think they're helping. Like, I think a lot of this money is going to Catholic Church.
Being financially sound, like obviously you need Jesus, but you also need to be financially sound to last 2,000 years. And I think that's the whole thing
I have
with
a
Catholic
simple
Church.
Question. This is how I answer almost 80% of my questions asked to me. I look it up on Google. Where is
look it up on Reddit. See what they say.
Where's Moneybag Yo from?
And going to something like that.
Pope Francis's bank account says it right there.
I knew it. Pope Francis' Robinhood account. Dang.
It doesn't even answer it.
It doesn't answer it.
They're all lying.
Start off with that. Who paid for the Vatican to be built? Bill Gates.
Well, but the Vatican is a country in itself, right? So they have taxes. How big is the Vatican? It's not that big, is it? Right? It's supposed to be
Vatican City, sovereign. It's a district. It's like a nation state, or it's like a
right
city
next
state.
to.
It's a city state. I think I'm pretty sure.
But then it's like how many citizens?
Who owns Vatican Bank? Maybe try that.
Vatican
Rome. Wait.
Rome. Yeah.
Vatican War on Friday.
Is it? It's in Rome, right? Or is it right next to Rome?
The Vatican War. Wait, when was this? March 2021.
We have some dirt.
We have.
Oh shit.
The Vatican warned Friday that it has nearly depleted its financial reserves from past donations. Past donations to cover budget deficits over the recent years, as it urged continued giving for the faithful to keep the Holy See afloat. How much are they making?
I definitely see it firsthand. Like in the bulletin, do you guys ever look at the finances section?
Yeah.
It'll show you. It'll show you the total amount pledged, and the total amount given, and those were stats from the last year. And then it'll tell you this year total amount pledged. Well, that's already less. And then it'll total amount given, and it's even more or less. So it's like people aren't giving as much.
My church was doing something. I don't know if they're still doing it. But they had. I don't think they are. They had how much people donated in the year, and then they had what it actually cost to run the church per month. Actually, this per month, it was like 11,000 per month or whatever, just to run it, and they were getting like 10,000 in revenue from donations and school stuff.
They're going in debt.
They were always in debt for the 8 years I've been there. They were always lower than what the cost to run it. So, now maybe so like Christmas there's obviously more that but it's like it's one of those
Easter
things
too.
You know, it's and then I think it's pretty close to how public schools work, right? The richer the neighborhood, right, the more money the church is gonna get. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
Bank of America owned by
the Vatican.
That was a question on Google. Sorry.
Ooh, does the Pope have a salary?
The Pope will not be affected. What the?
I mean, I don't even.
He doesn't receive.
He gets everything. Like it's like the president, right? Like they get free food, free meals.
President actually has a salary.
I know. Yeah, it's 400,000. But
yeah, Trump said no.
I mean, because he's a billionaire, right? So it's like, oh wow, I'm just gonna give it something.
I bet. Well, they get a pension for life after.
I
bet he's taking that because the spotlight's not on him.
Probably.
That's a free $200K a year for the rest of your life. Why would you not take it?
Because he makes $1 billion.
Well, I know, but the whole reason he turned down $400K was because people saw him turn down $400K. Now he can take the $200K a year with nobody seeing. Like, come on, take it.
Something that me and Kevin was saying, like I've heard this before, is like a lot of people go into politics to become rich, right? Because
Pope Francis actually.
Which is funny because the salary isn't big, but the other benefits you get from being
with the Vatican,
in the government.
Vatican, it seems like Pope Francis is kind of being the guy that's making the church more transparent with their finances. Now, whether that's because they're going into debt or I don't know, but that's what it has here. But.
Who's to say the Vatican has $4 billion in their bank account, but they also have an unnamed amount of money tied up in paintings, artifacts. How do you value that? How do you even value that? And I've heard underneath the Vatican, there's just books that have been stored there for thousands of years and untouched, and it's missing books of the Bible. That's worth billions, trillion. How much is that worth? There will never
Well, who's gonna buy it? The Vatican? Oh wait,
who? Yeah, who could buy it? Some private investor?
Probably private investors.
Yeah, private investors.
I'd say the same people that buy the $100 million paintings, probably.
Oh yeah, art. Maybe.
Yeah, the art, or aren't there art funds where people can invest in art?
Yeah,
I've heard that's the thing, and it returns more than the S&P by almost double.
Yeah,
that's good.
I've heard that
year over year for the past 20 years. Yeah,
that's so crazy.
But I don't know. I think none of us know enough about the Vatican. So for the viewers out there, tune into one of our future podcasts where we're going to have Matthew Schmidt on the podcast.
I don't know if he knows.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We're gonna ask every single priest if they know.
We're gonna get to
because a pastor has to be a good businessman. You know, he can't be running his church into the ground. Like,
I wonder if there's some finance class you take when you become a priest. There has to be, right?
I wonder if there is.
Priests probably know a little bit about everything.
Yeah, because they have to be able. Yeah, they gotta relate.
Dude, running this non-for-profit.
Not for profit. I don't know about that, but okay.
It's basically a nation. Is a nation not for profit? See, the U.S. is that a
you would think
for profit?
You would. Think
what, the U.S. as a whole?
Yeah, that's
how do you measure?
That's kind of that's kind of what you're asking.
What do they have? What would you measure by? Do they have a positive GDP? Okay, yeah, sure.
Which is kind of weird because like we make our own currency. The nation makes its own currency, so it's like
the Vatican doesn't, which I think is a win. Maybe they have currency in their city state, but I mean like. Yeah,
what is their currency?
I actually want to see.
I mean, it's probably whatever the Rome uses.
What?
You know, okay. You know, something funny. Do you you guys know the Mint magazine?
Euro.
Oh, Euro. Yeah. Mint magazine. Yeah.
Yeah, like the one that you get in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
There was an ad to go to Christ the King in it like last month.
Wait, what was it?
It was for a student.
What? No, it was just like for any citizen, any Jacksonville citizen to go. Like it just said like. It just talked about like just like little Christ the King, and then their church times and the address and stuff.
Wow,
where was this? What ad?
In Mint magazine.
It's like
Mint magazine.
Yeah, you know that thing. They're all the coupons and stuff.
Yeah, I do. They pay. I don't know.
My sister works for Christ the King. Mary, she teaches CCD for them.
Yeah, they were just in the bulletin. I mean, not the bulletin. In the Mint magazine, they were like the first page when you open a little quarter.
So I'm guessing they just need some more parishioners. Need more money.
Which like I can't imagine somebody looking at a Mint magazine and saying, "Oh, let me go to church." But, hey, maybe it works, man. You never know.
A lot of people have stopped going to church because of the pain.
Yeah, I bet that's hurting the Catholic Church or churches in general.
You approach you go to like Christ the King and they ask if you're interested in joining and you're like, no, but I'm interested in buying some stock to short it.
Shorting the Catholic Church.
Shorting the Catholic Church. Yeah.
Imagine you could buy stocks on like individual parishes.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
But because you get a tax write-off for giving money to the church.
Up to a certain amount. It's not unlimited.
At the end of the day,
but still,
any organization, company, entity, whatever that lasts for a very long period of time is operating leaner than what it produces, if that makes sense. It's costing less to operate it than what it makes.
Yeah.
So it's profit oriented. The Catholic Church is profit oriented because that's what it needs to be to live.
Yeah,
it's 2,000 years of making bank.
I think the word non-for-profit is bad because it's like obviously even non-for-profits want to be profitable.
To have some level of
They're just that money isn't going to some one person's pocket, right?
Now, wasn't there some massive problem with like Goodwill where the CEO got a $2 million bonus? I saw some story about. Let me see if I can find it.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like and do you guys know what United Way is?
Yeah.
So it's like they're I don't know if they're a non-for-profit, but like they're supposed to be helping people, right, pay their electricity bills and all that. But like the CEO is making $2 million a year.
The first article is Goodwill a non-for-profit, and what is the CEO's salary?
Right? It's like it looks bad when you say this company is not for profit, but the CEO is a millionaire, right?
Mark Curran, the CEO, makes $2.3 million a year.
Right,
so
and
it's one of those things. The not for profit just means that all of the money goes to wages. So if your wage is $2 million a year, then
right. So you can it's just $2 million a year, but it's like is that
there you go?
Who's the one that says that your wage is supposed to be like? And is it going to be $3 million a year because we're in surplus $1 million. Like,
so he gets a performance-oriented bonus.
It's like, I really been working hard this year. I think I should get more money. Oh, we also have this much money extra. That works perfect. What a coincidence.